I manifest that someone posts a matcha whisk on the Buy Nothing group for me, and I will get it for you.
Manifesting right now.
Hi, I'm Teresa.
And I'm Emily.
This is No Ordinary Friendship.
All right. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome back to another week of No Ordinary Friendship.
We're so happy you're here. Episode 27.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Those of you who have been here since episode 1, thank you so much.
We love you.
Yes, we love all.
And if you're
however
new,
many.
if you're new, there's no need to go back to episode 1. Just start with the latest ones.
Yes. But also, if you're new and you like us, like, say hi. We don't mind.
No, we would love it.
Send us an email, send us a DM. We want to know you're out there.
Yeah. The numbers show that
Leave a review.
Somebody's out there, but
Yes.
we don't know who you are, and we'd love to say hello.
Yes.
All right, breaking news.
Okay.
I moved this to the top because
Okay.
it's the most important thing. Trader Joe's and release of the mini totes.
Yes.
What are your thoughts?
I think it's like such a good example of how powerful like social media and influence can be. Because the first time I saw it, I was like, okay, who would want that? Like, that's nice, you know? And then I've seen like TikTok after TikTok of
Yeah.
people going crazy trying
Yeah.
to get them, or like, I'm going to 3 Trader Joe's to find all 4 colors. And then I'm like, do I need one?
You do need one. I feel like I need all 4 colors.
Victor will hate it because he thinks we have way too many bags. Because when I used to work and I go to trade shows, my favorite thing was to get free
Swag.
reusable bags. Because back then I was like, oh, this is so nice.
Yeah.
Now I don't have to pay for one.
Yeah.
And now we have so many. Like, we never have them when we actually go grocery shopping, but we
Right.
have so many. So if I actually spent money to buy another
He'll be pissed.
reusable tote, he will be like, look at this in the garage.
But will he even notice? Does he actually notice?
He will, because he listens to this podcast.
Oh, yeah. Unlike my husband, I'm just like spewing out random things.
If Steven ever wants to know more about his wife, he should tune into this podcast.
The public knows more at this point. I went to my friend's house and she showed me her TJ mini tote. I was like, oh, that's so cute. I really like it. She's like, yeah, it's perfect for the playground. You just like throw all your stuff in there. Because right now we use, instead of a diaper bag, my kids are older now, so
Yeah.
we use one of those Lululemon reusable bags.
Yeah.
But it's not necessarily the right size because it's a little bit too long and too deep. And I feel like it would be great if it was a little bit bigger. And the TJ's tote is perfect for that. And it has a little pocket. So I didn't
shoot.
feel like I was
You're
super...
convincing me.
So I didn't feel like I was super influenced by social media at that time. And she's like, yeah, I just got it from TJ. She's like, I want to go back and get it in some other colors because they're so cute. I went to TJ's the next day. I saw it when I was checking out, but there was a whole rack full of them. And I was like, oh, it's too far. So I was like, I'll come back next time. I come here every week. And the next time I came back, they were all gone. And in between that first time and the second time that I went, all the social media stuff, like people
Yes.
literally going after it, like a Stanley Cup.
Swarms. Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
Like, what are they going to do with all those totes? Are people reselling them?
I bet some people are buying it to resell it.
But to
Should
who?
we go
They're
check
Trader
after
Joe's-
this podcast to see if my local Trader Joe's has it?
Okay, let's do that.
I honestly like didn't even look for it. Same. I saw it on social media. I didn't even look for it when I went to Trader Joe's because I was like, I don't want one. I'm
Yeah.
not one of those people. But now I'm like, I should have looked.
You're like, I'm one of those people. You definitely are, Emily.
I'm a FOMO person.
But it's high quality and it's a different size than the normal like grocery store bag. It's a mini tote.
I haven't seen it in person, so maybe I would be more influenced. And it's only like $2.99,
Yeah.
so it's a steal. Compared to the one you told me about. Who is it?
Emily Mariko,
Yeah.
$125 one. All right, so maybe we'll get them after this.
Okay. Cocofloss. So
Love them.
my dentist, who I was introduced by our good friend Jess, or not my specific dentist, but a dentist at that office, is the inventor of Cocofloss.
I thought you were going to say not my friend, our friend. Which would have also been a great correction.
Yes. Our
That
friend.
is crazy because I've loved Cocofloss for years now.
I feel like you've like not talked about it though.
I have. I don't think you listened. Because I specifically remember 1 or 2 years ago, we had a Secret Santa, and one of the things that was in the bag was Cocofloss. And I picked that one, and then me and Jess were talking about how much we love Cocofloss.
Oh.
I feel like you were sitting next to me.
I must have blocked it out because I was like,
You're
oh
like, oh,
yeah,
floss.
it's not for me. Well, I tried it years ago as well, I think. Like, I got a sample, and it gets so stuck in my teeth. because it's thicker.
It's textured, yeah.
And I use... Never a dull moment in podcast land.
That was my bad.
Actually, you know what's really funny? I was listening to Smartless, the podcast I've told you about with like the 3 celebrities, but they had Natalie Portman on as a guest, and she had so many technical difficulties. And then like her phone rang, and it was like the UPS man, and I was like, wow,
She's just
celebrities
like us.
are just like us. And she's a mom of 2 kids.
Right.
And I'm just like, it's true. And maybe it depends on the celebrity, because wouldn't she could definitely afford like a housekeeper or somebody to
An
like
assistant.
answer her UPS
House
calls.
manager. Yeah.
But I feel like she's maybe just like more real, like living like the rest of us.
Maybe she just hasn't set it up yet.
Yeah.
She's in between house managers.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. We just had to take a quick break to clean up.
A water spill.
That was rushing towards electronics. And then our ring light fell on us. But we're back.
Yes.
Back to Cocofloss.
Yes. But yes, Victor is now a huge fan too. Ever since, actually, he was influenced by his sister. She was like telling him how it's like life changing, and he tried, and he's like, oh, it really is better at like getting stuff out of between your teeth. So I use it like maybe once a week now as my like deep clean, but I just don't like, it's like more taut, I feel like.
Yeah.
And, like doesn't have a lot of give, and then like it definitely gets stuck between some of my like smaller tooth holes, I guess.
Maybe because your teeth are like so close together. The opening is very tight.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is much more textured, and that's so cool. It's like your dentist is a celebrity.
I know. It's weird they don't like tout it more.
Yeah, they should, because I feel like
People would flock over there.
The product is very strong.
And I feel like they're a good dentist too, which I guess makes sense if they invented something like Cocofloss.
Right. The only downside is the price. It's
Yes.
very pricey.
It's so expensive.
Do you get free samples as
Yes. Little samples.
Are they mini?
They're like this small. Yeah, like a
Love
little
that.
travel size.
Emily has a mini obsession.
I do. Although I haven't been like embracing it ever since I had kids, because they have a ton of mini stuff. Like you can see all the clutter in my house, and I no longer enjoy it. I just want to throw it all away.
All right, moving on. Horoscopes. So
Are you going to tell me my horoscope?
no, well, I kind of already told you yours, because remember I went down that like psychic / fortune teller or whatever. So one of the nights I couldn't fall asleep, and I don't know why, but I just started looking up everyone in my family's signs and their personality. And I thought they were pretty spot on. I mean, based on what I know from my kids' personalities. And I know you can say like, oh, some of these are for everyone, but there's like 10 traits for each person. And the top ones I thought were very fitting.
Okay.
Because mine was moody, loyal, intuitive, sentimental. All true. Some of the not so great ones are like clingy, suspicious.
Are you clingy though? I've never
I
gotten
don't think
that from
so. So
Suspicious?
obviously, maybe.
you. Maybe.
Steven is hardworking, ambitious, disciplined, persistent. I wouldn't call myself any of those. Besides hardworking. Tyler is intellectually curious and playful, which I thought was very suitable for him.
Yeah.
But it also says he's a social butterfly, which he's definitely not.
Maybe it'll come out later.
Yeah, maybe later. And then Logan is stubborn. And he is so stubborn based off of his
So is
1 year of
Cassie.
life. Yeah.
Is Logan a Taurus?
He is.
That's Victor too.
Is he stubborn?
He's stubborn.
Yeah, so is my mom.
Oh.
And she doesn't like to admit it. But she's stubborn.
Because she's stubborn.
But yours, I remember talking about yours already, and I thought yours is pretty spot on too. Highly intellectual and creative.
I don't think I'm highly intellectual.
Independent. You don't want to be in social interactions unless you truly want to be.
Oh, so true.
So
That one is so
true.
true.
And I like how it said, so for Tyler, he's a Gemini. His said intellectually curious. For yours, it said highly intellectual. And you are highly intellectual.
No.
Yes.
Highly lazy.
That's the creative part
Well,
coming out.
Charlie is you, so that gives me hope that one day I can be like, she can be my mini bestie.
She's going to be your bestie.
Yeah.
She already is.
Because I get along so well with you, but she can make me so mad.
Oh, you want to tell me something?
Not at all.
But I thought that was really fun. And I don't really believe in horoscopes, but I think since...
I want to.
Do you?
I want to believe in something, you know? Something take control.
You need something to feel alive.
I don't want to be in charge. That should be in my horoscope. She doesn't want to be in charge.
Oh, the universe.
She doesn't want a leadership position. She's happy happy to
Should we
follow.
tell the listeners your dream job that we talked
Oh
about?
my gosh. Yes, I was going to make a TikTok to say, can we normalize people with like business degrees wanting like entry-level low-end jobs?
Yeah.
So listeners, here are my new career aspirations for I don't know when.
Outside of being a podcaster.
Yes, podcaster's number one, of course. And then Etsy seller's number two.
Okay.
But after that, I would love to be a receptionist or someone at a tech company that manages like the food and snacks. And that one I actually think I'm quite qualified for because my whole life I've been like queen of snacks.
Yeah.
The receptionist
And you worked
one,
in CPG for
I
snacks.
did. CPG for snacks. You're right. So I know trends and stuff and health. You know, they love better for you. That was my space.
Emily's face is lighting up, guys.
So if someone listening could hire me
As
if you work at a tech company.
as like an Ivy League MBA graduate. She'd love to be our snacks office manager.
Yes, let's chat. I just feel like I want a reason to dress up and look nice because I don't really have one right now.
I hear ya.
And then I just want to go to an office, put in my hours, go home, and not have anything work-related on my mind so I can focus on family and kids.
That is the dream. Truly the dream.
Yeah.
And I feel like you can get that in a different country. Not here. I just don't know if I've ever heard of anything like that here.
I know. It's just the culture, maybe.
Yeah, the hustle culture.
Even the receptionist probably has things that he or she is thinking about.
Yeah. I dropped off Tyler this morning and a little bit earlier, and there's this mom that went in there full on, it's like professional glam.
Oh, wow.
High heels, stiletto high heels, but like very
Wow.
professional looking. She looked like she was in a movie for a magazine editor-in-chief or something like that,
wow.
one of those. And I was like, wow, I kind of miss dressing up. There's
I do
nothing
too.
like this is me in a jeans and sweater. This is considered dress
At
up
least
now.
you're in jeans. That's
Thank
like
you.
a step up from me. I'm in sweater pants.
No one can see. But they're comfy,
We
right?
will post this on YouTube for our
So you
two
can see our
viewers.
face. And the randos out there clicking.
Yeah. Should we move to pop culture?
Okay.
Did I put this one?
You did.
Have you heard about it though?
I actually looked it up because I saw you put on the notes.
Don't look it up. I want to tell you.
Okay, well, I didn't
Okay,
get the
well,
full picture.
I guess the conspiracy is over because Kate Middleton has finally been seen.
Oh.
According to the Daily Skim this morning.
I didn't know that.
So Kate Middleton, as you all, hopefully you all know, is like the Duchess of what? Something in England?
Wales?
That sounds right. Okay, we're the worst at this. But anyway, everyone knows Kate Middleton. She's beautiful. And there's been a conspiracy because since supposedly she had some surgery in January, but she hadn't been seen publicly since Christmas.
Oh.
And of course, like, you know, social media was going wild with guesses, but I saw some funny ones that was like, oh, Kate Middleton is just in hiding because she's growing out her bangs. Or she got a BBL.
So
Which I had to look up what that is. I've heard people say it, but I never...
butt lift?
Yeah, I never knew what that referred to.
You don't watch enough Housewives.
I don't. So it's just like someone getting a really big butt.
I think so.
Is it permanent?
I have no idea, but there's a lot of versions of it too. And so a lot of people accuse someone like, oh, you're not being honest. You got a BBL. They're like, no, I didn't. And people are thinking
else.
like, yeah, I got something else.
A BCL. But yes, she's finally been seen, I guess, in a car with her mom. So she's alive and well.
What were some of the other
It didn't look like she had
conspiracy-
bangs.
Okay. She was clipping them back. She grew them out.
There were some darker ones. I forget.
I saw the ones related to William having an affair.
Oh,
Or like, I mean,
one of them cheating
the
and then
really
having
dark-
marital problems.
Yeah, that one. And because Will pulled out of, I think I maybe went deeper than you, Emily.
I think you did. You know I'm a headlines only girl.
Will was supposed to, he's been doing all his regular public events, and there was one that he pulled out from just 45 minutes before. And it was like in memorial or in service of his godfather. And people are like, oh, that's so weird. Did something happen to Kate Middleton? Like, she must not be doing well. So I think there was a lot of stories about her health. And also,
She had some stomach surgery or something.
yeah, I don't really know what that is, but I hope she's okay.
Me too.
It's got to be stressful being her.
So
or like she had a
stressful.
miscarriage or something.
yeah.
Those are just rumors, though.
Okay, well, yes, that was the conspiracy. But I went more for the funny ones, not the deep, dark ones. Have you heard of One Day?
The Netflix show,
Yes,
right?
the Netflix show.
I've heard it's a tearjerker.
So I knew nothing about it, but somebody I follow on Instagram was like, we just finished one day and we are not okay. And I was like, what does that mean? Because if you like look at the description, it's like supposedly like a rom-com,
It seems like a teenage
So I started watching it
rom-com,
yesterday, and it's like follows these two people. I guess they just highlight the same day every year.
Okay.
So each episode is like that day the following year. So I kind of think that's unique.
Cute.
Yeah. And it's based off of a novel, and I feel like I'm reading a romantic novel.
Was it a comedy?
I think it's like, it has a lot of funny parts, but it is, I'm on like episode 5 or 6, as it's progressed, I feel like it's taking a dark turn. And maybe it's almost like a metaphor for life, because at the first one, they graduated from college. They're in the UK, so
is it
they
a
graduated
couple?
from uni. So they're not a couple,
They're
but it
friends?
starts out the first night where they almost have like a one-night stand on their graduation day, but I guess they maintain their friendship throughout. And you can tell they're like attracted to each other, but they're very different. So the girl is like studious, she's trying to change the world, sounds like not a lot of money. The guy's like this really good looking, supposedly he's like slept with everyone in the class. He comes from money, and he ends up like in a career where he's like a host of a TV show, so kind of like a celebrity. But I don't know how it's gonna end, but it definitely seems like it's getting sadder.
Oh, so it starts when they're in college or ending college?
Ending college, the last day of college.
And how many years does it go through? Do you know?
I guess there's 8 episodes, so I guess 8 years. I don't know if it jumps.
I'm nervous for you.
I know. And then they're only like 30-minute episodes, so it's pretty quick to get through. But so far, I like it. Like, it's good storytelling, and it's like you feel like a lot of empathy for the characters. So I'm enjoying it.
Okay.
And I decided to watch it during the day because I don't think Victor would enjoy it.
So you would recommend it?
I think so.
I've heard
yeah.
a lot of people like it.
But when I started out, I thought it would be more like of a lighthearted.
Lighthearted.
Yeah, and it's
Like our
taking a
pod?
turn. Yeah, like our pod.
That's funny that you saw an influencer say that, because I had a friend that texted me something very similar. I just finished one day, I'm not well, or something
Really?
like that.
Oh no!
Yeah.
You can send her to my Etsy shirt. I'm so unwell. But yeah, I don't know. Am I going to be crying? You know, I'm not a big crier. So.
I mean, probably not, because you don't cry.
I'll let you know.
I would
if
probably
cry.
be bawling at this point, and you would not shed a single tear.
Yes. I do feel like Charlie must be like true to her Cancer sign, because her tears live very close to the surface.
And she's kind of clingy right now, right?
She's
so that's
clingy.
one of her personality
She's very
traits.
clingy. Yeah.
I mean, that's just kids in general too, but
That's
maybe
true.
more clingy than.
Parenthood?
Yes.
This is a question I posed to you last week during lunch, right? Did you give it some more thought?
I gave it some thought, but I don't have a good answer. I think it depends on.
I don't think I have a good answer either.
Okay, the question is, Emily asked me, at what age do you stop letting your kids see you naked?
And mostly I meant like your kid of the opposite gender.
Right.
So for Teresa, she has 2 boys. And for me, I have 2 girls. So I'm not so worried for myself. But like, when do we draw that line for Victor?
Right. I don't know. I really don't. But because
It's so hard to think that way because they're so young right now.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't really matter. And then it feels weird, like, at one point, will they care? Or...
Yeah. I think also depends on their maturity level, maybe, and also
Yeah.
like how they feel, like what is their level of comfort. Because I heard kids grow up and are like, okay, I want to shower myself now. Like they're very vocal about it too.
They have a time when they'll want privacy. Maybe that's when it is.
I mean, Tyler's right now bringing me pads. Like every time I say I have to go pee, he's like, "Do you need a pad?"
so helpful.
So helpful. Except he has to like take all the little sticker parts off, you know? So it's kind of a mess because the sticky parts stick together.
That's like an upgrade from Band-Aids. My girls are like obsessed with Band-Aids.
And then when I tell him no, I don't need a pad on it, he'd be like, "Oh, okay then." But if I say yes, he'll run up the stairs with me and be like, "Is it big or little today?"
Do you think he'll figure out that there's like a time of the month that mommy needs it?
Maybe. I mean, he is more
He'll be like,
intuitive.
oh, I think it's almost time.
You're moody again. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. But yeah,
yes.
but that's a good question because I don't know because I do want him, and I like that in preschool they kind of just see everyone.
Yeah.
You know, the bathrooms are just open,
Yeah.
and they do a lot of like I guess it's age appropriate where they're kind of just like looking at everything and asking a lot of questions. Because I remember, because I always had a brother growing up and I knew like the male and female parts were different.
Yeah.
At a very young age because we took baths together. But I remember my cousins are all girls. And one time they whispered to me, I was probably like 7 at that point. They're probably like 8 or 9.
They didn't know?
They didn't know. They're like, oh, I have a secret to tell you. And they told me, I was like, what secret is this?
They're like, I know. I've known for a long time.
Yeah, they didn't know. And I felt like it was almost weird that they didn't know.
Yeah.
Like they were already 8 or 9 years old.
That seems pretty old to not know.
Agree. Like we don't read books about it
at
that age.
Yeah. I don't have a good answer either because if I feel like before I had kids, I'd be like, oh, probably by the time they're like 5. But Charlie's almost 5.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it doesn't feel necessary yet.
No, not at all. If anything, I need to like keep an eye out on them when I'm showering sometimes, you know?
Yeah.
So they have to see me naked.
They just burst right in at any moment. It doesn't matter if you close the door. But yes, listeners, if you are on this parenting journey and maybe have older kids already or have already taken that step, we'd love to know.
I love to know too. It's strange.
Wish we could take a poll.
Oh, maybe I'll do that on Spotify.
Ooh, okay. No one ever answers the polls that I set up.
My mom will.
Thank you, Ai.
Okay, let's move on to random.
Okay.
I got called for jury duty. I need to postpone it by 1 week because I just happened to be traveling the week that I got called for.
Okay.
And they tell you to go to, it's like this little card. They tell you to go to the website and then you can postpone it or be excused or whatever it may be. They make you sign up for a login and it's a whole thing. And I'm like, that's okay. I'm going to be able to do everything online. I don't have to talk to a person. And then once you get to online, they're like, oh, but actually you can't because of whatever group you're in. So you have to call them instead. And they're like, just call this number. It'll be no problem. I call them and they're like, oh no, you have to make an online account. And I was like, oh no. And I finally, after 45 minutes on the phone waiting for them to like just kind of bop me around to different,
You're
different
so
groups.
patient.
I mean, there's no other option.
Yeah.
I don't know what happens if you don't show up for jury duty. My dad told me
you can
you
be put in jail.
Yeah, that's what my dad told me.
It's your civic duty.
My dad told me to go to jail, so I was like, I gotta figure this out. So I was very frustrated, and I just kept thinking, like, if only they just had like one. I hate to say this, but like one tech engineer's time for like 1 hour, maybe their process, their UI would be a little bit better.
Yeah, and I also feel like our jury duty, I don't know if it's consistent across states or counties or whatever,
neither.
but like, it's ridiculous. You have to call every night.
Yeah.
And in this day and age, to check if you have to report for jury duty the next morning.
Yeah.
Can't they just like use some algorithm to be like, okay, we don't need you.
Yeah.
And the thing is, when I was in LA, I remember getting summoned for jury duty. And when I called, like the first or second night, they were like, you don't need to call anymore. So they like,
Oh wait, after the first night?
yeah.
Wow.
Like after the first or second night, they're like, you've completed your duty this time. You don't have to check anymore.
Oh.
But here, you have to check every day.
Until the end of the
and
week.
I'm pretty sure they know. Like, they should
agree.
have scheduled things to know how many jurors they need, right?
I wonder if it's a California thing.
But I was in LA, so it was different.
You're right. Oh, so NorCal just sucks.
I don't know.
Listeners, if you have a different experience, I would love to know too, because that's the only one I know about too, where you have to call in every single day for something, and it's really unrealistic if you have duties.
I forgot. Yeah, I forgot. I woke up in the middle of the night. Oh my god, I forgot to check tonight.
That is like the number one thing I do right when 4:30 comes around to check it.
But like, I'm sure people forget. I can't be the only one.
My dad had an excuse where he wanted to postpone by 2 years, but you can only postpone by 1 year. And it has to be a real legitimate reason, like you're nursing a child or something like that. He obviously didn't have that reason. and then he was like, you know why 2 years? Because I guess at the age of 70, you no longer have to do the civic duty.
He's like, I'm just going to age out.
Just going to try to age myself out. I don't think it worked.
Good try. That's cute, though.
I didn't know that, though, that it ages out at 70.
I didn't know either. I mean, if you can't do jury duty at 70, then should you be the president of the United States?
I was just going to say that. No, the answer is no.
Unpopular opinion, apparently, because everyone in office is so old.
So old. It took them so long to get there.
It's kind of like King Charles. I was joking with Victor, like he waited so long to be the king, and now like he has cancer or something, so he can't even do his duties.
Yeah, I was when I was going down royal TikTok, it was saying how like the monarchy, or I'm probably using all these terrible royal terms, but they wanted a more slimmed down version of the royal family, and now they're seeing like people get sick and things like that, or like terrible things happen, and they're choosing to leave.
Yeah,
and there's no one really around to take on that civic duty. Is it civic duty? I don't even know.
I don't know either.
Institutional duty.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's kind of fake anyway, the royal family.
Yeah.
Like, what are they even doing?
Just living a royal life, having high tea. I want to do it.
A lot of charity stuff.
Okay, I didn't put this on here, but I forgot that we never talked about the fact that the brother's son
got canceled.
Did not get renewed for season 2. And it's because of you!
Way to call me out!
It's because of you! Well, actually, it's also because of everyone, because I guess like they were like, watch it multiple times. I didn't go back and watch it again. And that led me to search, because remember Partner Track? Did you watch that one?
Oh, with Arden Cho.
Yeah. I liked it.
I heard it was terrible.
I thought it was
like the
interesting,
acting was really
entertaining,
bad.
But it also did not get renewed for a season 2.
But I feel like Brother Son had better reviews and people liked it. It just didn't maybe have enough time to get out there.
I guess for Partner Track, she was Asian, but I wondered if there was broader appeal because it was just like a lawyer show that happened to have an Asian female, but it had like non-Asians.
Right.
Brother Son is like almost all Asian, so maybe too niche.
Yeah.
And also Bling Empire got canceled. Bling Empire.
Yes.
All of that. And I thought that was pretty good too. So,
but they had a couple of seasons. I feel like they had a good run.
They did. Well, they only had one season of New York.
Oh.
They had the LA, which I felt like, okay, that's fine. Wrap that one up.
Yeah.
But I thought New York just started and could have had legs. I don't know. With Dorothy and Tina.
Oh, yeah, that's true. With Dorothy and Tina. Mm-hmm. I liked it.
I don't know. I feel like
wish they could've brought
Netflix
it back.
is killing off
all the Asian shows.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah. But they did bring back Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
They just brought in a new head of film, and he's Asian.
Interesting.
I remember reading that.
Look at you with your knowledge.
And then in the comments section, people were like, bring back Brother Son.
Well, I saw Justin Chen post, this girl was like, please sign the petition to like bring back Brother Son. But like, do those really work? I also get like change.org emails that are like, please sign this petition. I'm like, but who is it a petition to? Did someone say if you get signatures, I'm going to change?
Well, I think it's like, then the next step in the
support.
process happens, maybe. I don't know. I was going to say, I was at Trader Joe's yesterday and I was asked to sign the petition like 10 times.
It's like, I'm happy to sign it if it will do something.
So I signed one of them for children's, and then another one, it was something related to the mayor and like having a point system to get them kicked out or whatever if they're not doing their job or if they are. And I was asking all these questions and they didn't know the answer. I was like, who paid you to be here? You don't even know what you're like.
Not passionate about this. They're like me.
Don't want that.
I'm a headlines only petition signer.
Okay, so thanks for blaming me. Maybe they'll bring it back. Have they ever brought a show back?
I was just wondering if someone else can pick it up.
I think so.
Because some shows that get canceled on one
network,
platform, someone else picks it up. But who would pick it up?
Remember Brooklyn Nine-Nine got canceled and people were up in arms about that? Okay, what are the things you want to buy?
Well, you made one of them come true today. So, listeners, I wanted like a fuzzy baseball cap. And Teresa got one for me. She's so nice.
It was meant to be.
I manifested.
Yeah.
That's the only, my manifesting powers are so low that I can only manifest a hat. I cannot manifest the lottery.
But it worked. It was the exact one. It was on my Buy Nothing group and the girl picked me.
I know. Thank you so much. I can't even manifest our podcast growing more, but I can manifest a hat. Maybe it's like starting small.
A cute fuzzy hat.
I have to keep like manifesting.
Yes.
It's like Hermes, where you have to like buy lowly things and then you can finally get a Birkin. Like, gotta keep doing the small things.
Yes. Next stop, what are you gonna get? What are the other things you want to buy? You're gonna manifest.
Well, I think I told you last week. It's super random, but I keep getting this ad for like a velvet lip color. So it looks like really smooth and matte. It just like looks so natural on the Instagram ad.
But velvet is not a color.
It's just like the texture, I think. That's why it's called velvet lip color. Instead of being like glossy or...
Oh, it's very matte.
Mm-hmm. That I keep getting served an Instagram ad. Oh, these shoes.
Oh, the brand.
Margot. Mm-hmm. They're like Margot New York shoes. Supposedly they're really comfortable flats. And actually most flats are not comfortable for my feet. I don't know if that's true of everyone. I think maybe my feet are like slightly wide or I don't know. Like I always have to have a break-in period, or sometimes they never feel that comfortable. Even my Rothy's, maybe I should have gotten a bigger size. They're okay, but they're not like, oh my gosh, this is so comfortable. So I kind of want to try these Margot shoes out.
Margeaux.
Something like
right?
that. Gaux?
Oh, Gaux?
Yeah.
So listeners, if you
work at Margot, want to send us some free shoes.
Or give us a review, whether or not you like them or not. Should Emily purchase them?
Yes, that's true.
So it sounds like you're really putting the 24-hour rule into play.
I am. The only things I've purchased are things for like Charlie for our allergy journey.
Yeah.
So I ordered like a steam cleaner. I ordered her a new blanket that's supposed to be like anti-dust mites. Yeah.
Okay.
Covers.
Nice.
It's all for her lately.
Yeah. Well, which is totally fine.
Yeah.
Just like...
But those I don't wait 24
Do you need a white
hours.
fuzzy hat? No.
Exactly. I'm trying really hard not to impulse purchase. But if I was a receptionist, I would have to buy new clothes for work and it wouldn't be an impulse.
Do you feel like if you were just to buy things for work, like snacks, like you're still purchasing something, would that scratch that
and it's not my
itch?
money, right? Yes, I think so.
I think I would
Maybe
too.
I should go be a buyer somewhere.
Yeah.
That's going to be the next thing I search.
Just go be a buyer for a rich person.
Oh, is that a job?
I don't know. It feels like it could be. Like
a pantry stalker for rich people.
Slash
they probably
organizer.
just use Instacart. Should I go do Instacart?
You have so many ideas.
I just go to the grocery store and I get to buy stuff, but I'm not actually buying it.
Actually, maybe you should, because everyone at Costco, or like I feel like half the people at Costco on a weekday now are doing Instacart.
Oh.
You'd be so good at it. And you can make so much money because you know exactly where everything is.
I'm so fast.
I don't know if you can make so much money, but
Yeah,
you'd be pretty efficient.
But that's kind of against my whole passive income thing because that's very
Right, that's very active.
Although maybe that's my workout.
Oh.
Pushing a heavy cart and buying
I think you need more strength training than
lifting
that.
things. Okay, do you have things you want to buy?
I want a matcha whisk. I need a matcha whisk. You bought me matcha and I haven't whisked it.
Have you checked Temu?
Temu. I think I checked. They seem very
Crappy.
yeah. And they're actually not as cheap. I remember thinking I wanted a cheap one. That is my biggest hurdle. They're all around $30, $40.
That is kind of steep.
It's steep.
But if you're using it every day,
Would I use it every day though?
if you use it
Like
every
a
month,
week?
every week,
Yeah.
then it's only less than $1 a day for
I
a
just
year.
feel so silly paying so much for a whisk. And it's like I have a mental block on paying for a matcha whisk now.
Okay, manifest that someone posts a matcha whisk on the Buy Nothing group for me, and I will get it for you.
Manifesting right now. I think that's it. I'm sure there's more, but I'm sorry, I didn't think of anything.
It's okay. Next time.
Next
it can
time.
be a
rotating thing that we
yeah
instead
we'll
of buying it, we'll just keep talking about the things we want to buy.
It's kind of like therapy or something.
Okay, let me tell you about sleeping positions. So a lot of celebrities talk about how they can do full glam and then take a nap because they sleep like in the mummy position.
Oh,
So what position do you like to sleep in?
I think I tend to sleep on my side.
Okay, always. Like you
Not
switch
always.
sides?
I think sometimes on my back, sometimes on my side.
Sometimes on your back. Wow.
I think from when I was
Pregnant?
breastfeeding,
Oh.
I couldn't sleep on my side. Otherwise, like my
Your boob would
boobs would
hurt?
get like
Engorged?
clogged. Yeah. So I got used to sleeping on my back.
That's good. That's the best
Is it?
layout for your skin.
Oh.
So I'm a stomach sleeper. It is
You
like
are?
the least sexy position ever.
Oh,
Because
I didn't know
on Giggly Squad,
that.
they were talking about that too.
No.
I feel the most
I miss a
comfortable.
lot of Giggly Squad, I think.
Me and Hannah are the same because like you sleep on your stomach and then you have like a weird smushed face because you have to like breathe, right? And that's how you get the most wrinkles on your face. And then it's not good for your hair either, apparently. So that's why people get silk pillowcases as well. But I sleep like that because it feels the most comfortable to me. I feel the most cozy and it's almost like my version of the fetal
And you
position.
use a pillow too?
And I use a pillow, yeah.
That seems like your neck is like so...
Maybe that's why I go to the
Yeah, like
neck problems.
your neck is kind of like up like that, right?
It's a memory foam pillow, though. But I feel okay with it. Like something about like the way the position.
How could I not know that about you?
We've
shared beds like so many times.
You're on your side, I'm on my side.
I'm facing away from you on my side.
Exactly. But every morning I can see my wrinkles getting deeper and deeper.
And it's all on one side.
On my face. It's mostly on this side. And I do sleep on the other side too because I get hot sometimes. But it's largely one side. And it's true. Like the wrinkles are there and they're deep. And I feel like I actively...
Do you have a silk pillowcase?
No, I don't need one
what you
though.
should get.
But I also
In
see...
Taiwan.
You know, sometimes when you're on your phone and then you see your reflection...
Rarely.
Well, it's terrifying because I'm on my phone laying there. I'm like, oh my God, my face is so smushed.
I do also feel like my face is like lopsided because I tend to sleep on my left side. So I'm pushing like this. And I do feel like maybe this side of my face is fatter or something because it's not smushed at night. Like it's getting lopsided.
That is a very natural way to slim one part of your face.
That's true. I should rotate like a rotisserie. Who needs a facelift?
I know. We'll just have a calendar for that. I just thought that was interesting.
Okay, so I got my hair like lightened and toned again last Friday, and while I was sitting there, I'm like a total eavesdropper.
Yeah, me too.
And also the salon that I go to is like all older clientele. I'm guessing 60 plus, and then it was like me and this cute mom who is a San Mateo mom, so she was like offering stuff. So that's why I went to her. But anyway, this lady was sitting next to me and she was just like talking about how her husband got prescribed Ozempic. So I'm guessing he's diabetic. And she was like, yeah, I've just been taking his prescription. I've lost 11 pounds. And the hairdresser I could tell was like, so you have a prescription for? She's like, no, I'm just taking his. And she was like not shy about it at all. And I took some notes. She's like...
You took some notes?
Oh yeah, she said, I lost 11 pounds. And she's like, oh, it makes him throw up. But I'm okay. I do feel a little nauseous. You can't eat that much. So I was like, I actually have never heard about the details of taking Ozempic. And that it actually makes you like nauseous. It might make you throw up.
Is that why you don't want to eat because you feel so nauseous?
Maybe. Who knew? Or maybe you have to take the right dosage. I don't know. Or like kind of like a ramp up period.
Right. This is not her prescription. She's probably taking it all wrong.
Well, but the weird thing is it's making her husband throw up it's his prescription.
Right.
And for her, she seems like happy on it.
She's like
seeing results.
Welcoming the throw up.
Yeah. So no, I think she's not throwing up. She's okay. So maybe it just affects everyone differently.
Is it a pill or is it a shot?
I have no idea.
I thought it was a shot.
Wait, if it's a shot, then that's even more weird that she's taking his.
Yeah.
Now we'll have to look it up.
People will do anything for Ozempic.
Yeah, that's true.
We don't know enough about this.
We don't.
But I don't want to feel nauseous ever, so.
But yeah, I was thinking like it must be kind of fun to work in a place like a hair salon because you hear so much random stuff. And you know, people have said like your hairstylist is like your therapist.
Right.
So people just like confess things. I don't know what it is about being in that chair.
And then nail salon too, but I feel like there's more of a language barrier sometimes.
Yeah, nail salon, I feel like they're not as friendly.
They're just chatting about you.
Yeah, they're
not
talking
to you.
shit about you. But the hairstylist is like one-on-one.
Yeah. Wait, so her husband needs it for his diabetes though. Why is she taking it?
I don't know. Maybe he just like gets a refill sooner. I don't know. Very interesting though.
All right.
On that note.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to rate, review, and DM us. If you listen to us, we don't know who you are.
Yes, reach out. We're lonely.
No, Emily's going to be really busy with her million side hustles.
All right. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.